The closing news conference at the end of a prime ministerial debut on the world stage. Momentum maximised, diplomacy done, and the PM well pleased.
Good evening, everyone.
A prime minister in lockstep with his predecessor when it comes to support for Ukraine and NATO.
NATO will be stronger with Ukraine as a member. And because of the generational threat from Russia, that demands a generational response.
But a break from the past when it comes to Europe. This a Prime Minister keen to shake off Brexit baggage. Thank you, Prime Minister. Beth Rigby, Sky News. In the UK election, you didn't much like to remind voters that you were a leading proponent of a second referendum. But here in NATO, is your Remainer status a benefit with fellow EU leaders who didn't much like Brexit?
It's about a reset of our relations. Not actually about an institutional reset. It's not about going back into the EU. But it is certainly a reset because I think for very many people there was a sense after Brexit that the UK had become too inward-looking. The UK is back. It's confident. We want to play our part on the world stage.
Gathered to celebrate NATO's 75th anniversary and coming out with a new package for Ukraine. But Russia, a rising threat, and the push for allies to increase defence spending to 2.5% of GDP is on. Keir Starmer making the pledge, but without a point of delivery. Is it your ambition as Prime Minister to achieve that target in your first term in office?
I'm not going to put a date on it because it's going to be within our fiscal rules.
So you're not putting the money where your mouth is?
I'm being serious about how we meet that 2.5%.
In a week of political firsts, there was personal reflection too, for a PM who often talked about his parents on the campaign trail. You said at the time of the Platinum Jubilee it was the proudest day of your parents' lives to go to Buckingham Palace and to see you receive a knighthood. What do you think they would have made of seeing you, their son, walking through the door of Downing Street as Prime Minister?
Oh, they'd have loved that. And there's a real part of me that just wishes that they could have been there because that would have been very special for them. But we smile because we know what they would have thought had they been there.
As Keir Starmer settles in and makes friends, this is perhaps the last foreign trip he'll make without political baggage. He and his team know the honeymoon will soon be over as they head home. Beth Rigby, Sky News, Washington.